I want to welcome everyone to our collaboration series. We have Cameron here from Royal Mobile Auto Detailing, and we're going to be talking about where he's at, where he wants to go, and what he sees the future, and how HCP Academy can get him to that next level. But it's always talking about where we were, where we are, and where we're going. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've always been detailing cars since I was about 14 years old. So I thought, let's start it up. Let's just try. And I started the company up. I did a lot of work. I registered the company. I got the insurance. I had all the equipment ready to go. From there on, I couldn't be any happier.
So what was your setup when you first started?
Started off with my Subaru BRZ.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. You know, I had to pack the vehicle back the same way as I pulled everything out because I had everything laid out just perfectly. You know, to be honest, I'd love to get a Ford Transit.
Yeah.
They're a little expensive, but I thought that this would just kind of keep me going, but add more efficiency, add more speed and more professionalism. The only two things that I need are access to an electrical outlet and a water faucet. I'm pretty much fully self-sufficient.
Let's take a look.
And I've got some tools for that as well. That's my pressure washer hose there. So 150 feet of extension cord for that. And that's another extension cord on a retractable reel for my equipment, like my vacuum.
Wow. It's just really cool to see like how creative people can be without having to get the whole setup. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
$100,000 to build a real van.
Yeah. This is just as good.
Now, some of my equipment, of course, is in the vehicle itself.
Okay.
Got my extractor, my steamer, and then my air. I have my air compressor just behind here. So I have everything positioned accordingly. Yeah, just efficiency, organization, anything that can save you 5 minutes is important.
Are you doing this all by yourself?
Still technically a one-man army, but I did hire a young lad to help me part-time.
And a lot of guys are doing all this by themselves. I see, well, especially just on social media, like they are the one-man team army, whether it comes to showing up, detailing, customer interaction, marketing, taking care of your website. Like there's so much that people don't really consider.
I do all that. I built my own website. I do my bookkeeping. I do literally everything. But I've learned to manage everything like that. Yeah, taking my calls, doing the scheduling right then and there on the spot, and then proceeding with the detail.
What would you charge at the beginning stages versus today? Because I think a lot of guys that come into detailing, it's they want to be as competitive to other people around the area, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at, let's say, your closest competitor and they're charging 300, you want to charge 200 or whatever the case is to try to get more business. Is that what you still do today?
So actually, I'm one of the more expensive detailers in my area now, but when I first started, I didn't want to be competitive with these detailers because a lot of people knew them. That's where I got a lot of the calls. I was a little cheaper, but I did show that initiative, show that I care, I had the passion, and a lot of people knew that. And then my second year, I did raise the prices up a little bit. Because
now, is that because that you realized at a certain point that like you are in a business and you want to make sure that you're being profitable, you're not running around like your head's cut off and then trying to scrape $100 here, $150 here? Like what was the reason for your increase?
Well, yeah, so it was definitely for the business, but the quality of work as well. I don't just step in with a small little vacuum and I'm not there for half an hour. I'm there for a good, on average, about 3 hours. Once I'm gone, the vehicle's going to look absolutely spotless.
From what I witness, especially these younger guys, right? Younger guys that I see in their early 20s, they come into this. And then the problem is that, you know, if you wanted to replace your minimum wage job, you need to find at least $150 job every single day, rough, to get a minimum wage replacement. Quite honestly, you go from working an 8-9 hour job to getting a car detail in 3 hours. So it's definitely very lucrative from a business. But then when we go up and down sales, especially being in the Canadian climates, I'm sure, you know, a lot of detailers coming up in the fall, winter probably brace themselves financially because it's not as lucrative because customers want to wait till spring, or you know what, the car's going to get dirty anyways. Like it's a different time in the detailing industry. So it's always this roller coaster of finances.
And that's why I've also introduced my monthly maintenance package to people who have garages. If I'm at a detail and I notice, they got a garage, they're interested in having their vehicle detailed, of course. So maybe they're interested in having this monthly package where their vehicle's going to stay spotless, clean all year round. We're going to have a crazy spurt here coming up. So it's going to get very busy again here soon with back to school being done and people's vacations being done. But yeah, that's something that I've introduced is the monthly maintenance package for people with garages.
What is the vision for your new setup, or where do you want to be? Because obviously starting in a BRZ to this is quite the upgrade, there's no question, but what is the vision that you have for yourself?
So my vision, of course, staying mobile, all the time, 100%, but a shop would be key for me. So once I get that team rolling, I'm going to be sending them on their details. I'm going to be in the shop doing the more intensive details, whether it be paint corrections, 7+ year ceramic coatings, scratch removals, rock chip repair, stuff like that. But I also do window tinting as well.
When I first came into Hayes Detail, our menu was about 4 or 5 different things. Like it literally was inside detail, outside detail, oil spray, rust protection, and ceramic coating. And when I came in, I said that we need to increase simple add-ons or even just create a structure, because problem is customers would come in, they'd only see one price, and they would question that. They would be like, well, my car's an F-250 or my car is a Honda Civic, and then it changes, fluctuate based off their vehicle. But then it went from a 4-item menu to about a 33 menu item, because the idea that I saw was the more opportunity you create, the more suggestions you make. And we're here to make suggestions. We're not here to, what would it take today to buff this car? The answer is no, unless you ask. Right. And as a business owner, I like to look at every car as an opportunity to add an extra 50, 100 bucks. When you try to show up to a customer, are you trying to maximize every sale, or do you just show up and do what they want and then kind of go?
Detailing is one of the hardest jobs to not only quote, but to sell, essentially.
Especially if you can't see it. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. So once I do pull up to the customer's driveway and we do the walk around, and we're looking at the vehicle, I do mention things like, say, scratch removals, or if their headlights are yellow and oxidized, I do mention, hey, I do offer a headlight restoration. This is the price. I've got everything set up. If this is something that you'd like to continue with doing or add on, we can totally do that. It will only take about a half an hour.
Walk around's a big thing that I teach to other detailers. That's the opportunity. No matter what the customer books online or on the phone, whatever, I see the challenge based off what I see on social media and how detailers arrange their own business, that they're trying to maximize it over the phone. And the problem is you give the customer a number, and then sometimes it just sounds like crickets, right? You're waiting for a customer to say yes or no. And the problem is if it feels like it's too long, then as a detailer, you're always you just feel like you have to cut your price until the customer says yes.
Exactly.
And I like to think of opportunity is like, well, let's say they book their cheapest option, which you said was 160 bucks. Let them commit to it, because worst case scenario, you're going to get the 160 bucks and you're going to try to bang it out as fast as possible. But if you have the opportunity of that customer just saying yes to 160, then you have the opportunity to ask them another question. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because walk around's a big thing, especially every customer you go around, you can just simply look, touch at things, wheels, right? Like if wheels are really bad and they're caked, but looks like they haven't been cleaned for 5 years. In my opinion, that's an easy upsell. Headlights, engine bay, even just asking questions. When was the last time you had your engine bay done?
Yeah.
Like people don't even realize that it's good to just maintain your vehicle from a cleanliness sense.
A vehicle, not just their house, but their vehicle is their second biggest investment. So trying to keep that in its top shape, because we know they're going to trade it or sell it, or maybe try to hang on to it as long as they can.
So what would you say is your biggest challenge in the detailing industry? What didn't you realize kind of getting into it? Maybe things you've overcome in the last 3 years. What are you still fighting with?
Time, for sure. I wish I could speed the details up a bit more, which I have dramatically. When I first started, just a basic detail would take me 4 hours. Being a perfectionist, that's the thing that probably I wish I could change. And I have worked on it a little bit, because if I see it, they see it. Now, of course, say vehicles that are just more of like a maintenance detail, they're not even that bad, but they want it cleaned up, still tackle those areas that are, say, dusty, but focus on the areas that they want you to focus on most.
Right.
So I'll ask them, like, in the vehicle, what is something that concerns you the most, and what do you want touched up, cleaned? Is there anything that I can do in a specific area? And a lot of them say, like, yeah, the steering wheel or the air vents. So I would put more focus into that, and I just wipe down certain areas that only need a wipe down. They don't need to be scrubbed. They don't need to be deep cleaned when they just need a quick wipe down.
And that's what allows you to do 4 or 5 cars a day, from what you were saying.
Yeah.
Now, is that quite often to do that many, or like what is a comfortable day for you? Like obviously that's pushing it from running around and feeling like, especially time, right?
Starting at say 8 or 9 and then work until 8 or 9.
Social media is a great social proof, I find, for customers. Like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, Royal Mobile Detailing still active because they just posted 2 days ago, right? That's the benefit of social media, showcasing to your customers that you're actually still in business. Because if you're posted like a year ago, in my perception as a customer, it's an easy way of being like, oh, maybe he quit, or maybe he's not there. So social media is important, but what I find, especially in the early stages like you, in first 3 years, like it's not what's important growing a business. service, what you said, like word of mouth, going up over and beyond for your customer. Maybe they just got the basic package, but you want to make sure you're leaving a lasting impact for them to think of you again a year or two, even if it is 2 years down the line, that you become first of mind as a detail. Now, would you say, based off the last 3 years, you trying to find customers, was it really from social media, or was it networking with other, like, let's say your customers or business owners around the area?
Yeah, so definitely joining groups that are within your community and keeping those groups in the vicinity of where you're based out of. So I won't join a group in Hamilton per se, because I probably won't be traveling here. So I'll focus my audience in my area. That helps a lot as well. Yeah, there's a lot of detailers in random areas all over the place. Just showing them that you care and having that passion shows everything that they need to see. All about customer service. And
that's the whole point. We want to make that lasting impact for a client.
That's right.
It's easy for Coca-Cola to be everywhere because they have the money, but when you have something like this, when you get to create emotion from a customer when they pick up the client or they pick up your car or they see it, whatever the case is, it almost gives them that the day they bought it vibes, that proud moment. And it's like, oh wow, I actually love my car again, look how great it is. You know, like some people don't really realize from a customer's point of view how great it is to get your car clean. What do you love about the detailing industry? Is it the customers? Is it the cars? Is it the satisfaction of cleaning cars? Tell us what you love about the industry.
The client's reactions is what I live for. You know, to me, it's cleaning vehicles, but to them, it's personal to them, and that's what matters. If they love their vehicle, then we're gonna treat it like every other vehicle, whether it be just a regular Toyota Corolla versus something like this that is essentially priceless. We're gonna treat every vehicle the same, and just watching the client's reactions, that's what keeps me going.
Heck yeah. When we first initially had this conversation of doing this collaboration video, you were really excited about this opportunity working together and the future of what this could be between you and I. And all of a sudden I got an order on Hayes Detail product. You wanted to try the product for yourself. What were your thoughts after using the products?
It had a good sale on your whole kit there, your collection of products. And I grabbed the whole kit, and honestly, I couldn't be any more happier. Once I started using Hayes Detailing products, I literally fell in love. I've used hundreds and hundreds of different products, and I'm not gonna lie, I was extremely happy with the results. The ease of use was key for me as well.
Talk to me about what technology you use inside your business, because a lot of things that I'm going to be teaching to detailers is how to leverage technology, how to really leverage AI, because AI is a big talking point for a lot of businesses now, whether it's creating plans, strategic things like that. What do you use for your technology on your business side? Like, what software are you using?
I use an app called Invoice, and it essentially tracks all my revenue, my expenses. I send invoices through that to my clients. I can't do booking through it. With bookings, I do that personally.
And that's just you managing your own calendar, like on your own phone type of thing?
Correct. Correct. So right now, I'm just sticking with the basics. It's working, but as the business scales up, you're gonna want to improve the software and what you're using to booking clients, because sometimes you just might not even have the time to do it. But allowing them to book when they want is also a key factor too.
How do you use AI day to day?
So I haven't used it much until recently, just to see what it's all about, how it can help me think of ways outside of the box where I normally wouldn't have thought. So it has helped me dramatically with certain aspects of marketing. So I do recommend AI to an extent, for sure.
Do you see a benefit as being a business owner, how you could use it to
100%,
even if it was like a business coach, just to talk to it? One thing I try getting into more and more, especially with just the way technology is changing, AI is, whether we like it or not, it's the new .com. It's when cell phones came out, it's when buffers came out for detailers, it replaced hand waxing. Like, in my opinion, I feel like there's a really big leverage to how AI could really take off a lot of the admin work that you do, the follow-up, making sure customers are going to show up, right? Like, it, just saves you time from whether, I don't know if you send out emails to confirm appointments or if you do it all, but allowing that AI to do it for you. As a business owner, you just have so much tasks to think about. And with you growing, how do you manage those tasks effectively without letting things slip through the cracks? So when I look at AI, I want to try try to incorporate into detailers, business owners, because the next step is for you to offload the admin task. Next is to hire more help. And then you manage either the customers, employees, and how the AI is structuring your business. Like AI is not here to replace your decision making.
Right.
At the end of the day, they're not here to interact with the customers fully.
It's here to enhance everything.
One thing I really brought into Hayes Detail was just automations. I can't be everywhere, answer every scenario, email, and a lot of it's getting offloaded now to AI, and that's what's going to allow me to step back here the day-to-day, because then the customer's relationship gets taken care of, but it's all self.
And that's what I'd love to look into.
Yeah.
So I get a little more freedom of knowing that they can book and everything can be taken care of using our AI.
Yeah.
And some of those apps where I can still continue to do my thing. So I'd like to look into that a bit more. I haven't personally got into it other than having certain ideas.
And just so I know too, Cameron, like, do you have a business background? Like, how do you learn about business, being an entrepreneur?
So honestly, no. I know I have common sense, so I kind of put myself in their shoes, but no, I don't have a business background. I'm more of a marketer, customer relationship, and then of course, trades. I'm a tradesman, really.
Yeah.
That's working with my hands. When I started up this company, I knew that I had that expectation of what I wanted and what other people do want as well. Now with the business aspect, because you're constantly learning. So I love to continue learning the business aspect.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been learning a lot.
Well, I think even just with you dipping your feet, whether it's just being a detailer, I mean, at the end of the day, you are a business owner. I think that a lot of detailers out there, they sell themselves so short by calling themselves a detailer when really they're a business owner that details cars.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the way they should be saying it. Now that you've been 3 years running a business, you understand acquiring customer, marketing,
Right.
sales, income. Like, what advice would you give to yourself, knowing what you know now, to when you first started in the business?
Well, investing, so I know off the bat, it's going to be a bit of expensive to get everything going. Everything's like that. To get everything all at once, it's going to be a little bit of an expense off the bat. But getting all that equipment right off the bat to get you going, it's going to be key number one. You're going to be prepared. Two, I would say branch out the community. Go to some car shows. Go to, say, farmers markets or anything like that. Get your name out there a little bit. Start meeting people, because once you start meeting people, they know people.
Yeah.
Then they start coming to you, and you have groups of people coming to you just from one person. So being outgoing with the business and just being transparent, meeting people, taking the initiative to go out and show that you have passion for your company.
Yeah.
And tell people what you're all about.
Yeah. Thank you so much for driving down. And without further ado, we'll get in the car, take it for a little drive.
The smell of the rotary. I love this. Good for you, bro. I love seeing somebody successful.
Just so that way you know what you showed up for.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, that's not even pull away.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur is you are the one making all the shots. You are the one that people look up to. You're always the one having to think forward, because if you're not, other businesses going to come and steal your customers. Now, I fully understand this industry, and that's why, like, when I first came in, it was important for me to learn about doing the inside, the detailing, and learning where are the bottlenecks, like the time.
Oh, vacuuming, like vacuuming, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we said, like, air is like your number one tool. And like for us, it is too, because it's like it just saves so much time instead of just sitting there aimlessly vacuuming.
Yeah.
Even paint correction. It's like, okay,
Oh, man.
what's the different levels? What do we charge for these different levels? And what makes sense for a business? Not because we love the customer. Yes, we love all of our customers, but it's like from a business sense, how do you make sure that you're not doing a 3-stage paint correction or not next to nothing?
That's the thing, yeah. You have to
know,
make
like-
it worth the while, but yeah, it's your time.
You're gonna get to a point where you're like, I don't want to do the inside anymore, because like that, not to say it's a low level task, but it's like you want to do the bigger fish stuff. Right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
imagine if you had a business where you had one ceramic coating or one PPF job a day, and you had a team of 2 or 3 do 2-3 cars a day. You know what I mean? Like, what I try to teach and coach people is like, yeah, it's nice to find all these high ticket clients, like these one-off ceramic coating jobs, which can turn into maintenance customers, there's no question. But it's like you're always constantly trying to find more and more business, right? Like, it's gonna run out. So it's like every business needs to create a very sustainable base, right? To support your income, to support the business income, the employees.
Right.
And that's why it's like just having as many customers as possible. right? Like you need to get out, or you need to be involved in your community, because that's what matters. That's how you're going to find more and more business.
Right.
And those businesses are just going to naturally the bigger ticket clients.
Of course.
And that's why like business unfortunately fail, because like, yeah, you get excited to find like, let's say 20, 30 ceramic coating jobs. That's awesome. But spread out over a year, it's really not that exciting. 30, 40K. What do you do? Like, I mean, sure, you can do ceramic coating jobs, but why wouldn't you want to have a team that can do this over here and then this over here? And it's funny because even if you have yourself doing the bigger jobs, like who's again taking care of the customers, who's taking care of the leads, who's taking care of more clients, right? So it's like it still never ends. And it's like, what part do you see yourself and your business 5 years from now? And that's why I talk about the business plan, because a lot of these business owners and detailers, they don't have a vision, like, or maybe they do, but it's very foggy. It's very unclear. Like me, my vision, it's very clear. It's very to the point. This is what I want. And it's going to change. It's supposed to change because, I don't think entrepreneurship is a straight line.
God, no.
There's going to be stops. There's going to be a weird little creepy path you got to go down. You know what I mean? Right. Not because you want to, but because like that's the next journey. But like the vision, the focus is clear. And like for you, that's what I want to implement into you, because like it's just good to like check yourself once a year or once a quarter. And just making sure, are you on pace? Are you on track? You could be at different positions with better planning, better structure, better Hayes detail. Like we get to a point where we're 2 weeks booked out, and it's like, okay, that's how we know we have to expand, because people aren't going to be willing to book past 2 weeks. Like, and we do like 6 details a day. Like,
nice.
Yeah, we try to average about like $300 to $350 per car, and that's a big day. 3 cars times $350. That's good.
A good day.
But we also do spray coating, undercoating, spray, all that. My vision is like, okay, well, how do I make Hayes Detail $1 million business? And it's like, again, like I already know what it takes, and it takes doing renovations to the building, having a premium car wash setup, where people are coming in, they want a hand wash done instead of a machine wash. And we can pump those out and do like 10 to 15 cars a day. Yeah. But we try to upsell them in that moment. Like just quick 5-10 minute upsells that are like $50, $100. And that adds up over the whole year. We arrange so we have like 3 bays, because we only really use kind of 2 bays because the hoist kind of takes up a lot of the space. Right. But we have 3 bays, and each bay, so that'd be 6 detailers, is accountable for doing $1,000 a day between their own 3 cars. Right. And that's $3,000 a day plus whatever the car wash bay is making, and that comes to $900 and some $1,000. But that's not even including the oil sprays that we do. So that's how we get to $1 million.
That's how you get to the million. Yeah.
With the building that we have. Because people will say and be like, oh, I don't have the opportunity. No, we have the opportunity. Like making $200,000 a year, in my opinion, is pathetic for like what we have.
For the potential that you could be pulling in.
Yeah. It's like you're just losing opportunity. And that's why it's like, I'm glad I came into Hayes Detail. I saw the opportunity. Matt, the business owner, gave me all the freedom. He saw it too. He's like, listen, like I'm all for it. And it gave me reason and purpose to do it, right? Like an actual like, shit, I'm going to do this for you. And now that I've done it, I get to now implement it into your business, and guys across the world want to have an actual successful business. I think the challenge, I'm sure you face too, you come into it, all days aren't great days, and no business is. No business has great days. If you are having a bad day and you are then having to work your ass off on 4 or 5 cars, it just makes it worse.
It sure does.
It doesn't make it any better. I now have more mental capacity than physical capacity. But like, I would rather have more mental capacity, because my dad always told me, and I always love sharing this quote, it's like, Jay, you can always make more money with this than you can with these. And it's so true. You know what I mean?
I like that, yeah.
Learning how to delegate, learning how to use your new hire as an opportunity for you to save your time, so you can then, whether it's your own, like your physical health, your whatever. Right. And even if you did break a leg, like, could you be able to, like, in my position, I know my Hayes Detail is still perfectly fine. Like, I can do everything we do because I don't do the detailing. Yeah. Like, I focus on being able to
scale the business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's what makes the brand special. And that's why, like, when I look at Hayes Detail products, it's more than just the products, because no one cares about the products. Yes, they want the product, but it's the meaning behind it. And that's why I'm so passionate about supporting the person behind the wheel instead of the car. Because like, I know I've worked hard, and I know I appreciate a clean car. And that's what Hayes Detail Products really stands for. It's the person behind the wheel that works hard to appreciate a clean car.
Yeah.
And that's what makes these detail products, in my opinion, so much more special than a chemical company that comes out and says, we're the best. No, you're just another car cleaning chemical.
100%.
You know what I mean? Out there that are doing way better than high quality products because they're better at doing business.
Like chemical guys, I hate their products with a passion. I mean, some of them might be okay. It's their marketing, man. That's all they're good for is their marketing, and that's why they've been so successful.
They did great. Like the fact that they brought their own service shops with the products, and they have 400 different products to teach you that you need this for every scenario. I focus on being a strong business person, but like, man, be able to sit in your own thing, your own like prized possession
That you worked hard for.
Yeah, just get to drive it, you know. And it's like, as business owners, that's what we want. That's what we do it for. Yeah, sure, we do it because we don't want to listen to the boss in the year tell you what to do all day, go after yourself, blah, blah, blah. Like,
that's just a perk. Yeah. That's just, those are enhancements to our life.
This is where like the freedom to me, like being able to get in this on a Sunday, get away from all the extra stuff and just like enjoy it for what it is, you know? And like this at the end of the day, it's just another car. It's just another bucket
to other
of bolts.
People.
Yeah, other people look at this and they're like, it's a dream. But I look at this as memories. Like the amount of memories I've created in this car is so much more valuable.
That's amazing to hear.
Than the actual car itself, or like the people I've got to talk to because they come over, they're like, "Hey man, cool car," and I'll walk by and see like 3 kids just like freaking out, and I'm like, "Man, I remember being that kid."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna you know, give them a little show because like I would have appreciated that when I was young.
Yeah,
you know?
man. I completely understand that.
Like it truly is more than just the car. It's always the people you get to meet, and that's why I want to build my own community in the detailing space because, in my opinion, like that's what's important. Having a strong group of guys, like and women too, but like obviously there's no question, majority of the detailers are
99% of us are.
So it's like there's definitely a far more stronger bond to, like this, like a guy to guy going and being like, hoorah, let's make the best business we can so we can enjoy memories like this and go out and have fun. Like that's what, in my opinion, having business is all about. You know, like you shouldn't have to slave for every dollar, cent, the everything guy, and that's okay. That's why you're in this car right now.
That's 100%.
You don't even realize it, Cameron, but your life just changed.
Brother, you don't know how excited I am for the opportunity and how grateful I am on top of that.
And even mental health. Like, man, I'll tell you, like 2 years ago, I was in a dark place. Like, I was 50 pounds heavier. I was with a fiance that I hated, worked for a place that was so toxic, like, but I was making $100K a year in sales.
Yeah.
That changed my life, man. Like, that was 2024 for me because, like, when I came into Haynes Detail and I saw an opportunity, it literally changed my life to do this. And now I just want to give back to guys who really need it. You know, like mental health is a huge thing for me because I understand that guys struggle. You know, there's a lot of pressure on males that I don't think people actually like genuinely realize. Like you want to be the provider, you want to give everything to your future family or your wife now, whatever your situation is.
Yeah.
Like you want to have the life for them. I'm a strong advocate of being a good provider, but it takes a mental strength, you know?
Oh, buddy. Now that's a full-time job in itself as well.
You know, having guys like Liam that look up to me, right?
Right.
You know, now, like I didn't even realize, but like we're going for a drive one day, and I asked him, I was like, who do you look up to in your life? And this guy's only been working for us for like 4 months now, maybe 5 months.
Nice.
That just hit me.
And that's kind of the thing with this kid that I've got. He's my neighbor, but I could tell he's super respectful from the first time I talked to him. After the jobs, after that day, say after dinner or something, I'll text him. I'll be like, you did a good job. And he'll be like, well, I just appreciate the opportunity to work with you. I love it. And that means I guess I'm doing something right if I'm hearing him say stuff like that.
And it changes your perspective of being a business owner. I think that a lot of times too, we don't even realize that until we get our first employee. The only reason why I say this is because I had a sales manager that we went to a baseball tournament one day for the dealership. He said, JJ, when you're playing baseball, just take a look around. Look at all the families, look at all the kids. That's the responsibility I have. Is making sure not only my family is fed, but all these families, kids, parents, wives, blah, 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 that they know that they have money coming into the household. And it's a big responsibility. Like people don't really understand what's involved being a business owner because now I look at Liam, his girlfriend, I look at my own girlfriend, I look at just scenarios where it's like people that I have in my life today, they're going to have their own families one day.
Do you mind me asking? So I pay my guy 20 an hour. How much do you pay your guy?
Yeah, they're all around $20 an hour.
Okay.
We do a commission structure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because I'm big into sales, last year.
I like that because that entices them
Yeah,
more.
see, and that's what. And when you ask me, how do you keep guys excited or looking for those things? You put the accountability on down. We changed it to commissions on specifically upsells only. So if a customer comes in with a $500 detail and we take them from 500 to 600, they get paid 20% each. So 40% of that $100. Does that make sense? So they get an extra 20 bucks for whatever they would have upsold. Like they already see what's going on in the day, right? They're already looking at what is happening or how much sales. Because I have a morning meeting every morning, talk about our whole day.
Okay.
Like we sit down, we look at everything that's going on. But if they add $50, $100, blah, 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 then they get 20% of only the upsells. Because how I look at it is like, I worked hard to bring these customers in, so you're not getting paid on that.
Right.
Well, obviously, that's why you have a wage.
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, it needs an engine bay, and then it gets them excited to do the work. How many times are you going to go out there and be like, hey, I just sold an engine bay. But now that they get an extra 20 bucks, it compounds over the month. So like right now, I think Allie, like we're only the second week of September and she's at 200 and some bucks. So if she goes on the pace, like she's going to do more than what the bonus was last year. Yeah. And it adds like $3-4 per hour if you break it down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And again, I would only know that because I've been in sales. I know what entices people financially.
I like it.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I teach in my course, HCP Academy, launching October 24th. So please sign up because it's going to change your life, and Cameron's going to be a huge advocate of how his life's going to change and everything that we're going to learn, and I'd love to mentor you. Like, do you think you'd want a mentor in your life or something to help guide you?
That's what life's about. You're not going to know everything all at once. You're going to have to learn it. So I think mentoring would be a great step, and it's also going to help me with my employees as well.
Yeah,
and my company. So 100%. Why not give it a try? You're only gaining benefits from it anyway.
Yeah. That's what's powerful is like I want to instill what I know into you, so that way you can then take it along your team. Because quite honestly, if you have the right team and that team wants more of their life, because eventually they will. They want more responsibility. They want growth. They want higher paycheck. And you say, okay, listen, you take my van, it's yours. You can make 60% of whatever you make. I'm gonna make 40 because I still gotta pay for the gas, the insurance, blah, 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 blah. But now you're on your own, but you're under our umbrella. Go for it. Go learn how difficult it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're under your business, making you money still, but they're finding their own whatever.
Exactly.
Or you say, okay, I'll give you 40%, but I'll supply you the customers, right? And that's the difference.
Okay.
And again, there's so many different ways to structure that.
Right.
But it's how you look at your employee, the ones that are going to really benefit you the most. And you're like, no, I see more potential in you. I see that you can handle objections. I can see that you take care of the fine detailing in your craft. I see how important this is to you. But instead of you being a competition with me, why don't we just do it together? Thank you for driving down, cleaning the car, answering all the questions. I really look forward to seeing how this comes to be, whether it's a year from now, 3 years from now. I really want to be a part of your growth and your success, and I want to get that Supra that you want. You know, like I think that's the whole point, is like to have a strong dream, a passion to get something and to achieve it is priceless. So,
well, brother, I do appreciate the opportunity, and I'll definitely be back in town, man, to continue this partnership, relationship that we've got going, and hopefully we can do this sooner than later.
Oh yeah,
and
it already started.
That'd be beautiful, bro. Beautiful.
Hey, thank you so much, Cameron.
You're so welcome.
To everyone watching, thank you so much for being part of this video. Be sure to stay tuned for all the updating content that's coming your way, whether it's how to incorporate AI into your business, how to talk about sales, marketing, everything related to business, but specifically for detailers. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next time. And like always, stay driven.